Miss Packmeyer. I will be subbing for your teacher, Mr. S, today. Today we are going to be playing various games of tag, and our goal is to keep our heart rates up, strategize, and be good teammates and show good sportsmanship. So our first game we will be playing is freeze tag. Can I have a show of hands? How many of you have played freeze tag? Alright, so I have a good amount. For those of you that don't know, we're going to have 4 taggers, and if you get tagged by the taggers, they'll be wearing pennies. If you get tagged by them, you freeze where you got tagged at, and you help the taggers by just staying stationary but tagging with your arms any of the runners that come by. Once everyone is frozen, then we'll start the game over again, and we'll play this a few times. Our boundaries are going to be half court. So I will have Matt, Tim, Alexa, and Bailey as my taggers to start off with. So you 4 may go get pennies. The rest of the class spread out on half court. And actually, hold on, bring it back really fast. I forgot to mention, when the music is playing, you're in play. When the music is stopped, that means you need to bring it in near me and listen for instruction. All right, now we may go out and spread out. And taggers, get ready. Spread out as well. All right. So I would have music playing right now, and during this time while the music is playing and students are playing the game, I would walk around the boundaries and make sure no one is getting really dangerously tired and looking like they're really out of breath, or someone looks like they're just not having a good time, or the majority of the students are just seeming bored. Then I would switch it up and make modifications that are easier or harder. So that might look like making the boundaries smaller so that it's easier to get tagged, and that would make it harder, and or opposite to make it easier, increasing the boundaries. So that's one thing I would do. I would make sure I'm switching up the taggers and everyone's staying in boundaries and playing well. So I'll turn off the music, my fake music. All right, class, bring it in. Next, we are going to play blob tag. How many of you have played blob tag? Show of hands. All right, so good amount of you have also played blob tag. Our boundaries, once again, will be half court. We will have 4 new taggers. And if you get tagged, you will link arms with who you got tagged by. And once you do that, then you and that person stay linked, and you tag other people who are still running and have not been tagged yet. Once you get to a 4-person link, you may break up in half and have 2 people links, or you may create a mega blob. So, what happens when you get tagged? Yep, you link arms. And once you have a 4-person link, what do? Yep, you can either stay a 4-person link or break in half. And once everyone is a blob, what happens? We start a new game. All right, I need 4 new taggers. Raise your hand if you have not been it. I will have you, and you, and you, and you. Go get pennies, and the rest of you spread out, and you may begin. All right. So while the music is on again, I'd just be observing the class. Once again, I would make sure that everyone seems engaged and this doesn't seem too easy or hard, and I would monitor that. If it seems too easy, I might make it so that everyone has to stay in the blob in half court and just link arms in one straight line so that it's harder for the runners to get past. Or I might say that you can't break up in half when you get to 4, and things of that nature to make it harder or just more engaging. So, and we'll play various rounds of this until it seems like students are kind of over it. So I'd probably play 2 rounds or so. All right, stop the music. All right, class. Awesome job. Next game we will be playing is toilet tag. How many of you have played toilet tag? All right, so good amount as well. So the rules of this game, you have 4 taggers again. If you get tagged, you stand and you hold your one hand out parallel to the floor, and a runner who is not a tagger comes and flushes you. Once they flush you, you spin around 3 times and you can get back in the game and continue. So, what do you do if you get tagged? Yep, hold your arm out like a toilet handle. And once a runner comes and flushes you, what do? Spin around 3 times. All right, awesome. Start music. Class goes back out, does their thing. During this time, I might also make some modifications or extensions. So maybe instead of them having to spin around 3 times, I might make it harder where they might have to like hop around in a circle 3 times, skip around in a circle 3 times, or plank for maybe 3 seconds and then they can get back in, or 3 jumping jacks. Just something to change it up and make it a little bit harder. I would change my number of taggers or my space that we are playing in and things of that nature, maybe the rules. And I would play another 2 to 3 rounds of this until it looks like they're not engaged as much anymore. Then I'd stop the music, which I am going to do right now, and bring them in. All right, our final game is hot dog tag. This is one I have not heard of before, but sounds really fun. So, same as last time, we will have 4 taggers. If you get tagged, you must plank. And this is a plank. And while you're in a plank, you have to yell out, "I need buns." And then 2 other people that are not taggers have to come on each side of you and plank with you as well. Once all 3 of you are planking, you may go back into the game. And our boundaries will be half court once again. So, if you get tagged, what do? Plank, yep. And what do you do while you're in that plank? Yeah, you yell out, "I need buns." And then, what do the people running do? Yep, you have 2 people come and plank right on each side of you. All 3 plank together, then what can you do? Get back in. Awesome, we will play a few rounds of this. And then I will stop the music and we will come back in. All right, who has not been a tagger yet? All right, you 4, go get pennies, you're my taggers. All right, so I'll start the music again. And during this time, once again, I will look to see if they are engaged. I might change the rules and make it they have to plank for 5 seconds before they can call out, I need buns, or maybe once all 3 of them are down, they might all have to plank for another 5 seconds or something like that. And I would just make some various extensions and modifications to make the game easier or harder so that they all keep their heart rate up, like our goal. And we'd play about 2 rounds, and then I would stop the music, have them come back in. All right, class. Awesome job today. I appreciate all of you being very respectful. I know it's hard having a sub. Mr. S is super cool, so I'm sure you all miss him. But you did awesome today. I want you all to turn to a partner and tell them which game kept your heart rate up the best. After you've done that, you may go dress out and have a great rest of your day.